Today we're going to review direct objects and direct object pronouns in Spanish and English. What is a direct object? The direct object receives the action of the verb in the sentence. We learned in 7th grade what a subject and a verb is. 8th grade is going to focus more on direct objects, even though we started them in 7th grade. The pitcher throws the ball with his left hand is our example sentence. We're going to identify the subject, the verb, and the object. The verb is the easiest one to identify. It's the action. Throws is the action of the sentence. The pitcher is the doer. He's the one throwing, so that makes him the subject. What receives the throwing? What's getting thrown? The ball. The ball is the object. What you're going to notice is that many sentences in both Spanish and English follow the SVO word order. Let's practice identifying subjects, verbs, and objects in English before we move on to Spanish. So in this one, number 1, the verb is write. What am I doing? I'm writing. Who's the writer? Who's the doer? I am. And who or what is receiving the writing? What's getting written? That is the notes. They're the object. All right, I'm going to let you guys try 2, 3, and 4 on your own. Identify the subject, verb, and object in each sentence. Pause the video right now, and when you're done, push play again to check your work. So pause it and try on your own. All right, here are the answers. In number 2, play is the verb. The players, the doers, are my friends. What's getting played? What's receiving the playing? Field hockey. In this sentence, number 3, read is the action. We read books in the library. The readers, the doers, are we. What is getting read is the books. They're the object. My little brother hugs me every night. Hugs is the action. My little brother is the hugger, the doer, and I'm the one that receives the hugs. So that makes me the object. So let's talk about direct object pronouns. In English, there are words like it and them and us. In Spanish, there are 8 direct object pronouns. Memorize these. They're going to stand in the place of the receiver, the direct object, to avoid repetition and make your sentences shorter. Your 8 direct object pronouns are me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, and las. Please take a minute to write these down if you don't remember them and to start memorizing them. Let's talk about placement. Remember, we have me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, and las as our direct objects. If there's one verb, which most sentences are one-verb sentences, this is really easy. The direct object pronoun must go directly before the verb. In this example sentence, the direct object pronoun right here is lo. And as you can see, the lo is right in front of that conjugated verb, tengo. This sentence means I have it. Now, if there are 2 verbs in the sentence, it's a little bit more tricky. You have a choice. You can either put it directly before the first verb or attached to the infinitive. You're going to pick one method or the other. Never use both in the same sentence. So here are the 2 verbs, quiero and practicar. And we're leaving practicar unconjugated because when there's 2 verbs in a row, the first one's conjugated, the second one's left alone. So the lo is directly before the first verb. It's kind of similar to this one. The second method is attached to the end of the infinitive. Remember, the infinitive is the unconjugated verb. So we have yo quiero practicarlo. There's our DOP attached to the infinitive. Both these sentences mean the exact same thing. I want to practice it. Just 2 different ways to do it. So let's put this into practice. We have a sentence, yo necesito un lápiz para la clase. I need a pencil for class. We're going to change it to I need it for class, the it being the pencil. The first thing that I want to do is identify my subject, verb, and object. So needing is the verb, it's the action. Anything that you conjugate in Spanish is a verb. Who's the needer? Who's doing the kneading? I am. Subject. What do I need? Un lápiz. That's my object. So I'm going to fill in my blank right here. The direct object is un lápiz. I'm going to rewrite the sentence eliminating the object and choosing one of these direct object pronouns to stand in its place. So just like basketball, football, hockey, anything where you have player substitution, whatever you take out of the sentence has to be represented by something equal. So un lápiz is masculine singular, so I'm going to check the chart of DOPs and choose the masculine singular DOP low. Now since I only have one verb in the sentence, necesito, my direct object needs to go right at the beginning. Yo lo necesito. I've identified my direct object, I've taken it out, I've replaced it with lo, and then I put the lo in front of the conjugated verb. Try this one on your own. Escuchamos la música. What's receiving the action, what's getting listened to is la música. That's our direct object. We have to choose a direct object pronoun that's the same gender and number as música. So I'm going to choose la, feminine singular. There's only one verb in the sentence, escuchamos. So I'm going to place my direct object pronoun, my la, at the beginning, right before the conjugated verb. La escuchamos a la práctica. We listen to it at practice. The it is music. Try this one on your own. Pause it and play it when you're ready to check your work. Alright, the direct object in this sentence is the pizza, la pizza. It's the one receiving the eating. My DOP that's going to go in place for la pizza is la, the feminine singular one. There's one verb in the sentence, so I'm going to put that la right before the conjugated verb. La comemos en la cafeteria. We eat it in the cafeteria. The it is the pizza. Here's our last example. Now this sentence is a double verb sentence. I know that there's one verb here and a second verb here. So what do I want to read? El libro. That's our object. So I am going to put el libro in the object blank. I'm going to look at my chart down here, and I'm going to see that lo is the DOP that needs to stand in for el libro. Sorry, lo. And now I'm going to rewrite my sentence. I have a choice. My first method is to put the lo right before the conjugated verb. So, lo quiero leer. I want to read it. I put the lo in front of the conjugated verb quiero. The second method, second alternative, is attaching the lo to the infinitive. Quiero leerlo. Leer is the infinitive, the unconjugated verb, so I'm going to attach the lo right to the end of it. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any problems, let me know. I'd be more than happy to work with you on it. Have a good night.